Hey, what's up guys? Today let's talk about Hou Yi. Last time we mentioned that Hou Yi became the new ruler. Before we continue to see what happened afterwards, I decided to make a deviation to add some fun stories about him. History-wise, Hou Yi was more like a villain, but he has another side. Today, let's focus on this side. First, I want to remind you guys that this is just a mythic story, but this story has a deep meaning in Chinese culture. It embodies the bravery of the people. Not only this, it also encourages people to challenge the authority if injustice arises. When I was little, this story was also a part of the textbook. Back then, many kids thought that this was the best story they knew. Okay, let's cut the chase. In ancient China, people thought that there were totally 9 suns. They all lived in a big hibiscus tree in the sky. In daytime, they would show up and shine the world in turn. But one day, this repetitious routine became boring to them. They decided to go out traveling around the world together. To them, this was fun. To the people living down there, this was torture. 9 suns were like big fireballs burning the ground 24/7. Gradually, the rivers went dry, the sea was boiled, the forest and the plants were burned. Many people and animals died due to overwhelming heat. This was not over. In the extreme conditions, some scary monsters like giant snakes, vicious lions were born. They ate people everywhere. Then the survivors gathered. They started holding ceremonies to pray for the help from immortals who are like gods to Chinese people. Then the archer Hou Yi came along with bow and arrows. The fire of hope was kindled again. After seeing the catastrophic scenes, Hou Yi was very angry. He made a resolution to help people break free from this disaster. First, he took the gentle way. He went to the highest mountain to talk to the suns. He hoped that he could persuade the suns to go back to the old life. Without surprise, they declined Hou Yi's offer. Their reply made Hou Yi furious. He decided to punish them. He took out his bow and arrows and started shooting them. One by one, the suns went down. The air became cool again. People started cheering. Finally, only one sun was left, and he was scared to death. Then he stuck to the routine, rising from the east in the morning, setting to the west in the afternoon. After eliminating the biggest threat, Hou Yi didn't stop. He knew some ferocious beasts were still killing people. He used his prowess to kill them too. Finally, people didn't have to hide anymore. Their old life came back. People were grateful for what Hou Yi did. And in many mythic stories in ancient China, the immortals lived in the sky. Their major responsibility is to guarantee peace and good life for the people living down there. And for the people who can make huge contributions, they can become immortal and join them. Originally, with such a great achievement, Hou Yi was supposed to have unlimited lifespan. But according to the rumor, 9 sons were the case of the immortal emperor. The death of his 8 sons made him hate Hou Yi so much, so Hou Yi didn't end up living in the sky. However, this revenge was not enough. Immortal emperor also wanted him to taste the feeling of losing someone you love the most. Then he gave elixir to Hou Yi's wife, Chang'e. At that point, Chang'e was the most good-looking woman in the world. She and Hou Yi loved each other so much. But this elixir would grant her another life. For her, she was satisfied with everything but aging. She always wanted to maintain her beauty, but that was unrealistic. But drinking this elixir, she would become immortal, living in the sky. Wrinkles won't be a concern anymore. Finally, at night, she drank it. Then she flew to the sky, leaving Hou Yi behind. In average people's eyes, it was like she flew to the moon. Many years later, Hou Yi died. Chang'e was still stunning. Her dream came true, and this time she was the most good-looking female immortal in the sky. But she regretted her decision so much. However, it was too late. She lived in a palace called Guanghan. It means it's always so cold. In the palace, The only company she had was a rabbit. So guys, remember, when we have something, we also lose other things. The question is whether it's worth it. In my opinion, this was a tragedy. Okay, based on this separation, I'm going to introduce some traditional Chinese food for you guys. Mooncake. As you can see, the shape is round. It's like a full moon. And it has different stuffings, but most of them are sweet, like sweet bean paste and jujube. It tastes good, by the way. My favorite is a sweet bean paste. Usually we have mooncakes in Mid-Autumn Festival when all the family members gather together. And many Chinese believe that Chang'e made mooncakes after she flew to the sky. She used the moon as the reference. In Mandarin, yuan means round. Also, we have a term called tuanyuan. Tuanyuan means being together. So Chang'e used the mooncakes to express her longing for being with Hou Yi. If she had a chance to choose again, I don't think she would drink the elixir. For Mid-Autumn Festival, it's on August 15th every year according to lunisolar calendar. We just had it on October 6th this year. As for the conversion between lunisolar calendar and the normal date system, I never understand it. But one thing I know is that the date system we use is fixed. Basically, it's a cycle going on and on. However, lunisolar calendar bases on the regularity of the nature is ever-changing in years. For example, this year's Mid-Autumn Festival was on October 6th. Well, in last year, it was on September 29th. See, it's very tricky. And as for how this story was made up, I think because people back then lived miserably, they were unsatisfied with the ruler class, so they put their hope on Hou Yi. This was also the reason why Hou Yi could overthrow Xia dynasty to become the new emperor. Usually with this kind of prestige, he would rule for a long time. But the fact is the opposite. As for how the story went, that's next time. Okay, and thank you guys for watching today, and I hope you guys have a nice one. See you next time. Cheers.